Wild Rift is pretty much objectively the best mobile MOBA out there. So why the hell am I making a video right now again, telling you guys that Wild Rift is very likely gonna die? There is some news on Wild Rift, which I'm gonna be addressing in today's video. And as you can see, I'm definitely not happy, okay? And the news is about Wild Rift and Wild Rift Esports. So while this video is gonna be going, I am gonna show you guys a banger game. But first of all, let's take a look at this. Even if you don't watch Wild Rift Esports, this is incredibly important for you to know. A few days ago, November 21, basically November 21, Wild Rift Esports made an announcement. There were already speculations on what was about to happen, but they made an announcement. I'm gonna tell you what it is. Wild Rift Esports is getting cancelled. Outside of China and Asia, Wild Rift Esports is getting cancelled. Riot is not organizing it anymore. So there are no more cool tournaments, no more Brazil tournaments, no more NA tournaments, no more Europe tournaments, no more tournaments. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about why they did that, what went wrong, and all of that. But first, let's just quickly read through what they said. I'm not going to read everything, just like a quick TLDR, which is like, just quickly saying what they're saying. If you want to read through it, you can pause the video right now, read through it, or you can just go to their Twitter and check it out. But basically what they're saying is Europe, NA, and Brazil is not worth our time. The teams just didn't perform at Worlds, and it's just not worth their time. Like, they're saying esports is thriving like crazy in China, and they want to keep going there. And let me tell you one more thing. They're keeping esports in China and Southeast Asia, but I can guarantee you that if Southeast Asia does not perform in the new league that's going to happen in China, or that's going to happen in Asia, they're probably going to be canceling out Southeast Asia as well. Basically, only China is going to be kept because it has a massive audience and a massive public. And as I replied to this tweet, like a stab in the heart, you can see everyone. They're like, why? What the hell? How does this make sense? It's the death of the game. And these guys are not exaggerating. It's not necessarily the death right now, but I'll be explaining why this kinda is the death in the future. Because Ben Forbes, which used to be the I'm not sure what he was, community lead, something like that, but like a very big thing in Wild Rift. And apparently this is like a really, really good dev, like an A or S tier dev, you could say. They stopped him from working on Wild Rift and he moved to another game. That should have already been a sign of like, hey, wait a minute. Why would they put him on another game? He's a good dev. Why would they just put him in another game? Juno Blees as well. Very, very prestigious dev. They have a lot of experience, both of them. And they suddenly moved to another game. So this was kind of the start. And then this confirms it, that Wild Rift is likely going to be dying in the future. So now let me show you the game. And let me actually talk about why this is really bad news for the game. And what's going to happen. What's going to happen with me and my YouTube channel and all of that. Alright, let's start with why this happened. Why does pretty much objectively the best mobile MOBA, like, okay, sure, Mobile Legends is fun. Sure, Arena of Valor is fun. Sure, like, I'm not saying these are horrible games. But Wild Rift is the best game, objectively. If you just look at the game, we're not looking at marketing, we're not looking at esports, we're not looking at anything. You can say as much as you want, but Wild Rift is the best game. It's the smoothest, it's the best game, blah, blah, blah. But enough about saying good things about Wild Rift. Why is it dying? First, let's talk about esports. Riot was pouring a lot of money into esports. Like, way more than you think. And probably even more than I think. And I'm talking out of experience here because I've actually been to live events. These guys were making top-notch events. Like, they were, and you could clearly see it, right? Like, the events were amazing. The tournaments were amazing. But yet, with these amazing tournaments, we were having 300 viewers in Europe, right? 300 viewers, 400 viewers. During Worlds, we were having like, what, 7,000, 8,000 viewers sometimes. Obviously, during some moments, there were like, 30, 40, 50,000 viewers, which is not that much, by the way. But 7,000 viewers? I mean, hell, even like 5,000 viewers? They poured millions of dollars into Worlds. Millions. Not a million, not 2 million. Millions. To basically create a tournament which is pretty much as prestigious as League of Legends Worlds is, which is a massive thing. Clearly it didn't work out. Clearly they realized, hey, this is not worth it, right? It's totally not worth it because they had sponsors, you know, they had Coca-Cola, they had some other sponsors, which is great. But if you think about it, how much is a sponsor really gonna pay for a stream that's getting like, let's say an average of 20,000 viewers? How much are they really gonna pay? $100,000? $200,000? $300,000? You've spent millions and millions of dollars to create this tournament. This is why Riot has pretty much, these are my speculations by the way, but this is pretty much why Riot just stopped. They were like, we don't want to do this for Wild Rift anymore. So the question is, are they going to stop developing Wild Rift? No, they're not at all. But now another speculation of mine, but I'm pretty sure this is what it is about. Why keep Wild Rift alive if they're going to stop Wild Rift Esports? I think Riot is basically using Wild Rift to get people into the Riot ecosystem. And what I mean with that is like the mobile gamers that are going to play Wild Rift now, like when the MMORPG of Riot comes out, we are all going to be saying, wait, I want to try it out. When another game from Riot is going to come out, you know, like a game like Valorant or TFT that used to come out, but they're going to bring out a lot of new games. We that are playing Wild Rift are going to be thinking like, hey, we want to try out this game. So I'm assuming Riot is going to keep Wild Rift afloat with like the smallest boat ever. And what I mean with that is they're not going to spend excessive amounts of money on esports. They're not going to be spending excessive amounts of money on making cool events. They're not going to be spending excessive amounts of money to really do anything with the game. They're probably just going to bring out the new champions and they're going to be bringing out new skins. And I have something to say about skins as well. This is something that I really don't like from Riot personally. Because this is another thing that is showing to me that the future of this game is not bright. The new Crystal Rose skins came out and they made it a gambling system. Now you can say a lot of games do this, right? Like a lot of games do this. I personally hate, you know, games that do this. Riot doesn't do this. You actually look at PC League, they bring out skins and you can buy skins and that's it. And I'm pretty sure that with nearly all of their games, they have a system like this where you can just buy skins. Correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't actually fully done research on this part, but when Wild Rift came out, they never introduced any sort of gambling. You could just buy the skins, and I've never seen any sort of gambling or loot boxes on PC either. I just know you can buy skins. If a skin comes out, you can buy it. A respectable business model. Right now, they brought out the loot boxes for the Supreme Cell skins, you know, the set skin, the Z skins, and now also for the Crystal Rose skins. Which means you have to gamble to get them. That's the only way to get them. This also shows to me that Riot is just trying to make a quick buck on Wild Rift. The same thing happened in Vainglory. When they brought out 5 vs 5, they did the same desperate moves. They brought out new skins, they did the same desperate moves to get that money. The thing is, though, obviously, you know, Mobile Legends does this on a normal basis, right? They do it on a regular basis, but we're just not used to this from Riot. So Riot changing things up just to make more money in the short term, that shows to me that it's not a good sign. So, let me just take a sip from my water. Let's now quickly address about what I'm gonna do. First of all, am I okay, right? Because I was obviously making content for Riot, for esports. I was casting, you know, I went to Worlds. I was very involved in esports. The answer to am I okay is yes, I'm okay. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and cry like a baby. Obviously, I lost a lot of revenue. Obviously, my hopes and dreams of, you know, doing big things for Riot have been crushed. But there's many people that have it much worse than me. Like, I'm not gonna be sitting here and complaining. I'm just sad. Let's just say it like that. I'm very sad. All of the pro players in Europe, NA, Brazil, they're left with nothing. They're left with nothing. Their orgs are leaving. They are left with nothing. So I am still in a fortunate position where, you know, I'm doing what I love. Even though, of course, it's not as much as before, you know, the work and all of that, I'm not complaining. It does mean, however, that I'm gonna get myself into some other things as well. I'm probably gonna start coaching again. I'm gonna be changing up the prices a little bit, and I'm gonna start coaching again. I think I'm gonna have to see what I'm gonna do. I also started a new business, which is completely outside of Wild Rift, and very good timing because obviously this is like the whole esports and YouTube career is kind of starting to crumble now because Wild Rift is falling apart. And another thing, I am potentially thinking about making a separate YouTube channel and doing variety or like another game. Because this game has no future. Like, as much as I love the game, as good as this game has no future. And it, like, I literally felt like a stab in my heart when I said that right there. This game has no future. Because when I started playing Wild Rift, I was so unbelievably ambitious about this game. I am still ambitious. I'm not gonna quit this game. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not quitting or at all. Like, I'm continuing to do videos because I love this game. If you actually know me, then you'll know I stick to games that I love. I don't really care too much about revenue. You know, obviously earning more money is amazing, because who doesn't want to earn more? But I don't do things for money, I do things because I love them. I played Vainglory for 2 years after the game died. I had like 1,000 viewers per video. I was making like 5 euros per video, but I didn't care. Because I loved the game, I loved the community, I kept going. I kept going until the very first day that Wild Rift came out. When Wild Rift came out, that's when I made the switch finally. So I stuck to a dead game for 2 years with minimum revenue because I don't care. So that should reassure you a little bit that, you know, I am not gonna leave. Like, it doesn't really matter if even if I cannot make a sustainable income anymore, if I go back to school, I'm still gonna make videos. But then of course it's gonna be only videos and nothing else because I won't have time for it anymore. But you're not gonna lose me, don't worry. I'm here, I will always be here up until the moment that this game dies. Now, what is the solution to this, right? Because this feels like how do I say? This feels like a bit of a, how do you say, like beating a dead horse. I think that's the saying, right? The horse is already dead, so if you beat a dead horse, it's already dead. You're not gonna do much more. Is Wild Rift a dead horse? I think Riot is deeming Wild Rift a bit of a dead horse, but there is a little bit of money in the dead horse and they're beating out the money. I hope I'm wrong with this. I hope I'm wrong with this. I really don't want Riot to give up on Wild Rift. This is a gem of a game. This is the most precious gem of a game you can have. But like, I want to give my opinion about why it went wrong as well. Because, like, Wild Rift started. Wild Rift is still in beta, guys. It's not like fully done yet. I mean, that's what they're saying, but basically it's still in beta. Why did they pour millions upon millions of dollars into an esports scene of a game that's still in the beta? If you ask the average gamer now, do you know, hey, do you know Wild Rift? You don't say League of Legends Wild Rift, you say Wild Rift. I can assure you that 90% of the people is gonna say, Wild what? What are you talking about? I have no idea what Wild Rift is. And then when you say League of Legends Mobile, oh, that game. It's like in the back of their heads. So many people don't even know this game exists, and that hurts me so much. What went wrong? How could the Riot dev team possibly mess up the marketing so unbelievably hard that people don't even know about this game? I just don't get it. Same goes for the esports. If you ask the average Wild Rift player, did you know there was actually esports? They are probably not gonna know. I'm pretty sure over 50%, over 70% of the gamers, Wild Rift players, will not, like, they had no idea that there was a European tournament happening. 300 viewers! The tournament had 300 viewers. I can shave my... Oh, that's totally not child friendly. I can stream on Twitch right now, doing whatever, and I would get more than 300 viewers. This is not flexing, this is just showing how bad that viewership is. Horrible. Horrible. If a European tournament is being streamed, it needs to have at the very least 2,000-3,000 viewers. At the very least. 100 should not even be mentioned. At the very least, thousands of viewers. There was no advertisement in the game. There was no real advertisement of the game itself either. There was nothing. See, let me tell you the way that Riot works. And this works for a lot of games, but not every game. Riot has a massive name. When Riot brings out a new game, everyone knows about it and everyone goes to it, right? Riot brings out Valorant. All the League of Legends people are like, hey, Riot made a new shooting game, let's try it out. All the CSGO people are like, hey, Riot made a new shooting game, let's try it out. When Riot made TFT, you know, people want to try it out. When Riot makes a game, it's a big hype. Within the, how do I say this? The hardcore gaming community. You know, the hardcore gamers like me, you know, I follow all these games, I know what's happening. These are hardcore gamers. But now let's take a look at mobile. They had it so wrong for mobile. And like, I even kept saying it in the beginning that this is not the way to go. And so many people did as well. This is not the way to go. People that, you know, people that started a Mobile Moba are not just gonna quit it for nothing. People that started playing Mobile Legends are not just gonna quit Mobile Legends like it's nothing. You know, they bought skins, they did everything like that. They're not just gonna quit. The average gamer won't even know about Wild Rift. Why are you not doing massive advertisement? Wild Rift didn't do massive advertisements. You guys know, right? You guys know the massive advertising that Raid Shadow Legends does and Mobile Legends. You know the advertisements of Mobile Legends all. Please don't you dare tell me that you've never seen an advertisement for Mobile Legends on YouTube before. You have. You have seen an advertisement of them, like of someone writing in of Superman flying through the map, or like someone in a funny car. Now, why is Riot not making an advertisement with Mundo in his car? Why is Riot not making an advertisement of Akali getting a pentakill? Why is Riot not making an advertisement showcasing how nice of a champion Katarina is? How you can 1v9 games? Why is Riot not making these ads? Why am I not seeing this? Why? Now the next thing. Wild Rift Esports YouTube channel. They had a great product, right? They had a great YouTube channel. But why did they not start to create nice content for it so PC people would be interested in it? They only did very minimal content. I was really the only one. Well, actually, no, there were more. I don't really know who, but there were more people that were making content, but not many. There was not much content being made on their YouTube channel as well. And so much was just missing. Like, Riot thought, this is a Riot product, it's gonna work. No, hell it isn't. It's not gonna work. First of all, people don't even know the game exists. Secondly, the people that do know the game exists are not just gonna leave Mobile Legends for it. Riot was even lucky. They were lucky that Vainglory and Arena of Valor, two of their main competitors, you know, Vainglory would have been a main competitor. Arena of Valor would have, is a main competitor. Both these games, Vainglory totally died off, and Arena of Valor kind of died off as well. You know, esports was not good anymore. Let me just say it kind of died off. So players were leaving these games. That's when Wild Rift came out. All the Vainglory players came back. All the Arena of Valor players came back. Wild Rift had a solid player base. You know, YouTubers were getting tens of thousands of viewers on their videos. Solid. This is solid. The game just came out and had a solid base already. But then it stopped. Riot had brought out their game. They had their lucky free win, which is, you know, getting these players to their game. But then they didn't do anything anymore. I still don't get to this day why that happened. Because I don't know what I can and what I cannot say, so I'm being a bit careful with my words. But let's talk about whether or not there is any hope for Wild Rift. This is coming from me. I'm getting goosebumps because I don't want to say no. I don't want to say no to this. But the last time I made a Vainglory video talking like this, I actually started crying during my video, so I muted myself. Yeah, okay. I'm a bit older now, emotionally stronger, but this makes me sad. This makes a grown man sad, guys. Like, having a game that you love this much, seeing all this happen to Wild Rift makes me so sad. Now let's actually answer the question: is there any hope for Wild Rift? The answer is yes, and the reason that I'm saying yes is because, first of all, this is the best MOBA game. This is the best MOBA. Like, they still have the best product. Now the question is, are they willing to try to get this up again? Are they willing to change up their normal strategy? Their normal strategy of, hey, we're Riot, we don't need marketing, we're just gonna pour into esports and that's gonna work. No, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. If you want it to work, you actually adapt your strategy. You do proper research on what worked and what didn't work for other mobile MOBAs. Because this is exactly what happened to Vainglory. This right now, like, I don't want to insult devs, because the devs are doing a phenomenal job in Wild Rift. You know, there's a reason they are in Riot, because they are the best devs. But like, my question is, how do you make the same mistake as Vainglory? How? This is the exact same as Vainglory. Because Vainglory started declining for the exact same reason. They poured way too much money into esports, they didn't do any marketing, then they started gambling, and it died. The exact same as Wild Rift. We're taking the same steps right now. Because the first step had been taken already, which was the marketing step. Vainglory didn't really market too much. They only did the stupidest, idiotic marketing. I can say that about Vainglory because those devs were absolutely incompetent. The marketing devs. If you just look up the Vainglory ads they made, you will laugh your ass off. And like these were stupid ads, and they were hella expensive because they were advertising on like on iPhone and stuff like that. I don't know what the hell they were doing, but they were making expensive ads and they were advertising for the wrong audience. And the funniest thing about Vainglory was once they made an advertisement where the name Vainglory didn't even show up. They only showed the game on the screen. Now, how the hell are people supposed to know it's Vainglory? Basically, incompetent marketing. Now, Wild Rift, I don't want to say they had incompetent marketing because I have never seen an advertisement of Wild Rift myself, but I have heard people that have seen advertisements of Wild Rift. So there had definitely been some advertisement. But like there are so many ideas for a cool way to make advertisements. As I said, Wild Rift has amazing champions like Katarina. Make an advertisement showcasing how you can 1 versus 5 if you play a champion with high skill. Show how you can have very amazing synergizing team fights of Amumu going in, Ziggs following up, Malphite, Misfortune Ultimate. And then also show them that there are highly mechanical champions like Akali. Show your skill. Show your teamwork. Show all these amazing things you can do in Wild Rift. Show how smooth the game is, how beautiful it is. Show us how amazing the skins are and push this to the audience. I have not seen this. I have not seen Wild Rift push out the fact that they have an absolutely amazing game like this. I ask my friends around, and these friends are League of Legends players. Can you guys believe that not even all of them knew Wild Rift existed? These guys are hardcore League of Legends players, and some of them didn't know Wild Rift existed. Now that alone should be a red flag. Like, that should be a red flag. Right there and there. That is just crazy to me. So yeah, marketing has not been done. Now esports, right? They poured way too much money into esports, and they blew that budget because Wild Rift is not making that much money. I believe I read an article that Wild Rift made $100 million during their first year, something like that. I don't know if that's accurate, but let's just, I can see how it's kind of accurate. If you look at how much they spent on esports, it's like millions upon millions, right? Like, and this was their revenue. This is not the net revenue. This is revenue before all the costs, right? They have to pay the servers, they have to pay the dev team, they have to pay all the esports, they have to pay all of that, right? So esports already took a pretty big part of that pie. So now they're cutting that part away, But what if they put marketing instead of the esports pie? Let's say first year, no esports. First year, hardcore marketing, no esports. Then boom, the game is gonna rise. And then when you have more players, that's when you start pouring on the esports side. And that's when you do it properly as well. Promote it in the game. Why is Riot not promoting esports in the game itself? I don't get it. I cannot get an answer to that. I'm asking myself that question. I don't see an answer to it. There is no answer to it. They just didn't do it. Another thing that I have for you guys. And Vainglory actually did this very, very well, which is making an exclusive skin for Worlds. I remember when Vainglory Worlds, I think, 2015, 16, whatever. But there was a world champion. Oh my god, what a beautiful double kill. But there was a world champions in Vainglory. And they made a unique Catherine. Oh my god, I can't even pronounce the name. They made a unique skin for a champion called Catherine. For Worlds. It was a beautiful skin, which was purple instead of blue, which was amazing. Like it looked absolutely phenomenal. The way you could earn this skin was through the Twitch drops system. Twitch drops, right? So you would watch the stream and you could have a chance to get it. If you then didn't get it, after a while you could buy it for a wild course or ice. It was called Ice in Vainglory. This is an amazing system. It was an expensive skin, so winning it for free was amazing. Now let me tell you what all the players did. Oh, they also promoted it in the client. Vainglory Worlds used to get, I believe, like 10k viewers. That particular Worlds got between 30 and 50,000 viewers because of a simple idiotic skin that was being given for free through loot boxes and random giveaways. Between matches, they were randomly giving it away. How do you enter? Exclamation mark Catherine. Exclamation mark G2 Esports. Exclamation mark Fnatic. I don't know. Exclamation mark whatever. Activity in the chat. which means sponsors are seeing that there are hella viewers. The chat was going like crazy. It was filled with hype, all because of one skin. Now let's take a look at what Wild Rift did. What did Wild Rift do? They gave away, was it a skin or was it just some random stupid stuff in the game? Morgana, it was something with Morgana. I think they gave away a Morgana skin, but the way Riot gave away the skin is you will get it guaranteed after 2 hours of watching. Now I want you guys to think about it. I want you guys to think about the issue of this right here. Compare this to the Vainglory skin. Now let me answer to you what the issue is of that. And I'm saying all of this as a viewer perspective. I'm not even an expert on this particular subject, right? I am obviously an expert on YouTube, obviously an expert on you know, making a YouTube channel work and making good videos. I'm not even an expert and I can figure out why it didn't work. I don't get how a proper dev team that, you know, does this part of, like, you know, there's obviously people that have to do this and there's people that have to do this. So I'm not talking about I'm not generalizing. I'm just saying the particular dev team that did this. Why did you do this? Because let me tell you the issue of doing it like this. People are gonna watch for 2 hours. They're gonna claim their skin. They're gonna get the hell out. Yet again, Riot, how do you say this? Riot is ignorant. They think people are just gonna watch. You know, they think if people watch 2 hours of esports, they're gonna see how amazing it is and they're gonna keep watching. The very first day of Wild Rift Worlds, I believe we had 50,000 viewers. Was it? Or 30? A lot of viewers. People claimed their skin, and the next day they were gone. Next day, it went down to like 11,000 viewers. Now, can you imagine if the skin would have been given away throughout every stream? These viewers would come back. Let's say, you know, they're not even watching. The very least they would do is turn on the stream and play Wild Rift. Now, you may say, but they're not actively watching. Doesn't matter. They're inflating the view count, which is super important. If Wild Rift Worlds has 100,000 viewers instead of 30,000 viewers, it's massive. New people are gonna start watching because it's gonna get promoted on Twitch. They're gonna be like, what the hell? I don't even know this game. It has 100,000 viewers. They're gonna start watching. They're gonna start seeing that this is League of Legends Mobile. What does it also mean? Sponsors are gonna see, wow, 100,000 viewers. Hey, Coca-Cola wants to sponsor again. Hey, this company wants to sponsor again. But if they see that it's declining to 11,000 the second day, it's declining to 8,000 the third day, it's declining to 5,000, 2,000. It was even declined to like 2,000 viewers at some point during the group stage. These sponsors ain't gonna say anything. They're gonna be like, what the hell? What did we get ourselves into? People claim their skin and they're, you know, they don't care anymore. And the funny thing is, if you didn't follow social media, you probably wouldn't have even known that you could get this skin. I'm getting mad here. I'm getting mad. Because yet again, Wild Rift was not properly promoting Worlds in the app. Like, I don't even... Did they even remotely promote it in the app, Wild Rift Worlds? I don't remember fully. I only remember that it was not a proper promotion. But I don't even think they did I don't even think they did a promotion in the app. Like, asking the actual players to watch Worlds. But I'm not 100% sure about that one. So correct me, please, if I'm wrong about any of this. But can you guys see why I'm getting a little bit mad? Because I made this... I remember I made this example in my Vainglory video. Wild Rift is a golden baby. This is the golden baby right here. You see this? This is a golden baby. Now, if you take care of a golden baby, it becomes a golden... you know, it grows up and it's gold. And it's amazing. What happens if you throw a golden baby in the bin? It's not gonna grow up. Regardless of it being golden, it's gonna die off. So it doesn't matter if you have a golden baby. If you don't take care of a golden baby, it's gonna be thrown. You know, when you throw it away, it's gonna die off. It's not gonna grow. It's not gonna do amazing things. And no one is gonna see what it's all gonna achieve. No one is gonna know about Wild Rift and the game is silently gonna die. Now, the thing is Riot willing to adapt? Is Riot willing to not give up on this game? Is Riot willing to take a new approach? Because you're not leaving this game alone. You've made an absolute gem of a game. Like, I even said I even said that objectively this is a better game than Vainglory. And I have played Vainglory for 5 years. Subjectively, I prefer Vainglory because that is my game. But I have to be honest and I have to be fair. Wild Rift is a better game. The champions have 4 abilities. It's super amazing. The map is amazing. It's so smooth. Everything about this game is so good. Like, if you start this game, you're not gonna leave this game. You're just not gonna leave this game because of how good it is. But Riot is making it so hard to not do that because they're screwing up a lot of things. The punishing system, the matchmaking system. But I'm not gonna talk about that right now. I'm only talking about at marketing and esports in this video. Those things I've already addressed before, and yeah, I'm not gonna talk about those again. I already have. But man, I just have to get this out of my heart, to be honest, guys, because I love this game so much, and I love the community. It's like finally a dream that came true, an absolute dream. Like, I mean, my dream had already come true with Vainglory, but it's actually a full-time thing now, so it's obviously different, right? It's obviously different. But then this happens again. Like, I'm seeing yet another phenomenal game, yet another golden baby being stabbed in the heart. Why? Why? Why are we doing this? Can we not just let one of these golden babies shine? Why can we not do that? I just don't get it. I don't get how things like this happen. This is a massive company. How were they not able to properly market this game? How were they not able to make these decisions? How were they not able to make the right decision with the skins? How were they not able to? I don't get it. Why did they not just start with small third-party tournaments? You know, support third-party tournaments in the beginning so you don't spend a fortune. Why did they not do that in the beginning and spend the fortune on marketing? Why? Why? And the funny thing is, they had the advantage. No, let me actually say this first. They had the disadvantage because they were not first. You know, obviously, because if you're first, you're going to be attracting the majority of the audience. But they had the advantage to see what worked, Mobile Legends, and see what didn't work, Vainglory and Arena of Valor. You can clearly see what mistakes Vainglory and Arena of Valor made. You can clearly see why Mobile Legends succeeded. But yet Wild Rift is following the steps of Vainglory. Wild Rift is following the steps of Arena of Valor. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I really want the best for this game. I'm gonna keep making videos for this game. You know, I'm gonna keep making videos for this game because, as I said, I believe in this game. Not necessarily in the success of this game, you know, because obviously that's not up to the actual game. It's up to Riot. But I believe that this game is just the best, and I play the best game. I'm not gonna play a game because it's gonna make me a lot of money. I could have, like, let me tell you right now, guys. I can literally switch to Mobile Legends right now. I already have a big audience on YouTube. I will probably get many more viewers. I can get myself into Mobile Legends esports and whatever, and I can make a lot of money. But you would probably like, that's the last thing you would see from me. That's the last thing you would ever see from me happening. Going after something just for money and abandoning something I believe in, which is a beautiful game like Wild. So I thank you guys for your... I can't speak English anymore. I have been in Germany for like 2 weeks and stupid. Every time I forget languages every time. But I thank you for your patience. I thank you for all your attention that you gave me during this video. Give it a like. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And bit of a sad video. But yeah, I will still see you all in the next Wild Rift video. Bye bye.